Go. Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is my very first video. Um, my first video, I want to talk about something that I really like, and that's anime. I'm a huge fan of anime, and the one particular anime slash manga, because I want to talk about the manga too, is Dragon Ball Super. Uh, I hate it. No, but real talk, I don't necessarily hate it. I just it doesn't it doesn't give me that feeling that Dragon Ball Z or even OG Dragon Ball gave me. So I started watching Dragon Ball when I was 17. So I'm not like a lot of people who actually grew up watching Dragon Ball. I was a teenager when I first started watching it, and I don't, I can't fully understand it, but like OG Dragon Ball gave me like a nostalgic feeling when watching it, and I didn't even grow up watching it. And I think that just proves how great of a storyteller Toriyama was. Um, he made one of the most influential pieces of fiction of all time. Like, there's no denying that. And it really goes downhill in Super. And I know that he wasn't 100% involved in everything with Super. I know he had his puts his points here and there, but man, Dragon Ball Super, it's just not it. I'm actually work backwards. I'm not gonna start at the beginning of Super. I'm actually gonna start at the end of Super, and basically making this video because I know that the manga is supposed to be coming back in I think February. Um, but my biggest, well, before I get to the biggest problems, you know what? Scrap that. I'm gonna start with the positive. So, the things I like about Dragon Ball Super, definitely, um, is definitely the animation between the Future Trunks arc and the Tournament of Power. I think the show looks amazing. Obviously, early on, Resurrection of F and Battle of Gods, those two arcs, they don't look so great, but it's okay. It's whatever. Another thing I like about Dragon Ball Super is that it it understands most of the characters to some extent. Like, for example, Vegeta, his speech to Jiren during the Tournament of Power about his Saiyan pride is one of my favorite moments in all of Dragon Ball. And I hate Dragon Ball Super, but I love that scene. Another scene that I love in Dragon Ball Super is another Vegeta moment. It's really a Vegeta, Goku, Bulma, and Future Trunks moment, and that's when Vegeta and Trunks are training, and Goku brings Bulma out to watch them train, and that whole scene was perfect. Every character felt like themselves in that moment. Goku felt like Goku, Bulma felt like Bulma, Vegeta felt like Vegeta. That speech that Vegeta gives Trunks about him keep like keep progressing in power, because just because you beat Goku Black doesn't mean that there aren't going to be other threats that come later. I really love that scene. That's actually probably my favorite scene in Dragon Ball Super. And again, I hate Dragon Ball Super. Um, I think that is all for the positive stuff. If I'm being honest, what's another positive? Let me try to be positive and find another positive. I can't do it. So, oh, Frieza. Frieza coming back. Love it. I love Frieza. He's my second favorite anime though. So, like I said, I'm gonna start with the end and work my way back to the beginning of Super. Now, one thing I can't speak on is this Dragon Ball superhero arc in the manga because I didn't read it. I just didn't want to. But I watched the movie though. The movie I thought was okay. I didn't like them having Cell Max be the main villain. I get what they were trying to do with having the Gammas not be completely evil and them, figuring out the truth and stuff like that. I understand that. And they needed a final big boss villain. But I like Cell. I really do. It's just they're kind of rehashing a lot of the things that they've already done, keep bringing back old characters. And I get that Cell Max is a different character than Cell, but it's just a big dumb Cell that's stronger. Like, if we being honest. Um, I also didn't like Gohan's uh character arc in the movie. One, it's he's just learning the same lesson over again that he learned in the Cell Saga and in the Boo Saga. I don't understand why they keep doing that. Like, oh, not I'm sorry, not the Boo Saga, but yeah, in the Boo Saga and in the what was the one where he was like, I need to train again? I think it was like Resurrection F, whatever. But like they keep giving Gohan the same character arc where he has to where he's like, oh, I gotta lock back in, I gotta train again because these threats keep coming. It's just like, bro, you already know this. You've been dealing with these threats, these alien threats, since you were like 5 years old. I get it's not fair. That's one thing I actually love about Gohan is that Gohan's character is a character that goes through all this stuff and it's just thrown upon him. He never wants to fight. He doesn't have a love of fighting. He doesn't have a love of just like being out in the wild like his dad. His dad lived on his own for a good minute and he was chopping his own wood, cooking his own dinner. Gohan is the complete opposite of his father in the beginning of Dragon Ball. And I like that. And I like the fact that after he defeats Cell, he's not really too concerned about training and fighting. He just wants to live a normal life. I completely understand that. And because of that, I love that about his character. But I don't like the fact that they made him neglect his daughter the way that Goku kind of Goku never really neglected Gohan, but people make jokes about that all the time that Piccolo's his real father or whatever. Just I like Piccolo, but that's just his big green uncle. That's Uncle Piccolo. Come on now. But I didn't like Gohan's character arc. Gohan Beast looks kind of weird to me. It's a cool transformation. Him using the special beam cannon was also pretty cool. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I do love the fact that Dragon Ball Superhero was a Piccolo movie. The way they marketed it, it kind of seemed like it was going to be a Gohan movie, but it was actually a Piccolo movie, and I love that. Piccolo is like my top 10 favorite anime characters, and the fact that he got like a movie that focused mainly around him and the actions that he was taking while Goku and Vegeta were away, I thought was amazing. I loved it. Um, so I don't know, like that stuff. I thought it was cool. Having the Red Ribbon Army come back, I didn't mind that at all. It's just again the main thing I just didn't like about the superhero movie was the repeat of Gohan's character arc and also them having Cell Max be the main villain. Again, I know it's not Cell, but it's Cell. Then we go back. We talk about the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Amazing movie. I think that is my favorite anime movie of all time. I watched the original Broly movie. It was cool. But ain't gonna lie, that one that came out in 2018 was fire, bro. Fire. I love Broly's new backstory. It's way better than his other one. I love the fact that Broly is so powerful. He was whooping Goku, who was in his Super Saiyan God mode. He was whooping Goku in his base form. I said, oh, this Broly definitely more different than the Dragon Ball Z Broly for sure. I love Frieza's involvement with the movie. Frieza MVP of the movie, if we be honest. MVP. Seeing Gogeta finally be like in a canon movie that's canon to the actual story is really dope. When he used that Soul Punisher on Broly, that was fire. That was fire. Hey, let's bring back Janemba. That's one character I wouldn't mind coming back. Oh, and Cooler actually. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later. But yeah, Dragon Ball Super Broly, I think that movie is perfect. I really don't have any negative things to talk about it. Huh. I guess I got more positive things to say about Dragon Ball Super than I expected. Okay, so let's go back even more. The Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power. This is where I have a lot of problems with Super, but really they come in this Future Trunks arc, Goku Black arc. But we're gonna get to that. Tournament of Power. It's okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot about the Moro arc and the Granola arc. Ooh, let's do those real quick. Granola arc. I don't like it. For one main reason. People wishing for power now. I don't like that. All the stuff that Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan, even Future Trunks, had to go through to get the power that they have, just for some random on a random planet ask a dragon, yo, make me the strongest in the universe so I can get revenge on the Saiyans. And the dragon's like, okay, it's gonna cost you like majority of your lifespan. And bro's like, okay, cool. And that's it. Listen, I get giving up like just about your entire life to be strong is a big consequence. But when you're a new character that I don't really know nothing about, like I know something about you, but I don't know too much about you. I don't really care now that your lifespan is shortened. Even after reading the arc and finishing the arc, like it, I don't know. I still don't. Granola's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he was real, I'd dap him up, be like, hey, what's up? But like he not my favorite character. And the fact that you're gonna die in what, 3 years, I think he has like 3 years left on his life or something like that. I don't really care. I mean, are we really gonna see Granola again? Probably, but I don't really care. He's not like his whole story with tying back in with Bardock and the Saiyans destroying his home planet and him becoming the thing that he hates. Like that, all of that stuff was cool. Like I'm not going to act like the arc was not cool, but I don't like the fact that people are wishing for power and they're just getting it. That's what made. Oh, spoiler alert! It's too late. Anyway, but that's what made me really appreciate the very end of that arc, and that's when Frieza showed up. Frieza showed up, knocked Goku and Vegeta, boom, knocked him out like it was nothing. And it was like, oh, how Frieza get this strong? Frieza said, I've been in the lab. I've been in the lab for 10 straight years, my boys. This Black Frieza now. Black Air Force energy, you feel me? And I love that. He was training. He trained to get that power. Frieza's probably now the most powerful in the universe, but he had to train to get it just like all the other characters. And that's what I love about the ending of that arc. The stuff with Gas, oh, what's his brother's name? Alec? I think I forgot his name. I think it's Alec or something like that. Wished for Gas to be the strongest, so that Gas could beat Granola and the Saiyans and Frieza eventually. Yeah. Didn't enjoy none of that. Wishing for power. I can't respect it. I didn't seen Goku and Vegeta die over and over to get some of the power that they have. I don't have no respect for Gas, for Granola. You wishing for power when people had to go out here and grind and get it. I don't respect it. I don't respect it at all. The Moro arc. I'm gonna knock that out real quick. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. Didn't care for it at all. Moro as a character could have been cool, but he's just a ripoff of Galactus from Marvel Comics. If we're just being real, that's what he is. It's cool. Like it is cool to have a different villain, somebody who's a little bit different, designed different. He's a character that don't have those little weird ear holes. Just about every villain in Dragon Ball Z had them. Become Super, he ain't got that. That's cool. Even Jiren had the little ear hole things, right? But they built up the whole 3 wishes thing, and then his last wish, like it was something crazy. I remember the hype when that first happened. This is to be just for it to be some lame, smegular wish to free some prisoners or whatever. But I do like how the Moro arc, like, and the Granola arc are very well connected with the android. I forgot what it was called, but basically the android that can like absorb people's like abilities and stuff, or like copy them. I like how they connected those 2 arcs. That's one thing I did, because a lot of the arcs in Dragon Ball Super feel very disconnected. Like, for example, the Goku Black arc and the Tournament of Power are not connected well at all. They're just completely 2 separate things. One does not flow into the other one. So, and I think that's what early Dragon Ball Z does very well, with the Saiyan Saga, the Saiyan arc, and the Namek arc, and the Frieza, all that stuff. It blends in together, connects together so well. With Granola and Moro, they did the same thing, but it's not the same for every part of Dragon Ball. Even like with the Cell arc and the Buu arc, they're not completely connected, but that's because there's a couple of years have gone by, which is cool. Like you can't really like nitpick that because like it's a time skip there, so it's understandable. But yeah, moral arc. I do like Vegeta getting a new form. I kind of like Goku getting mastering Ultra Instinct, but I also don't because at this point I feel like Goku and Vegeta should be stronger than Beerus. Like in the Battle of Gods, he said he was using 70% of power, and yeah, you could say that he was just exaggerating, or since that was early on in the story, they didn't know how far they was going to progress the story, and so maybe they didn't fully calculate how powerful Goku and Vegeta would get. So they would have to give Beerus like a power creep, which is like cool, I guess. But I'm sorry, but if Goku, is getting closer and closer to fully mastering Ultra Instinct, why can't he beat Jiren? I mean, I'm sorry, not Jiren. Why can't he beat Beerus? I think Vegeta should be able to beat Beerus too. I mean, they was hanging with him when they just had Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan. Well, Goku got his butt with Super Saiyan 3. But you get what I'm saying. In the Battle of Gods movies, they was kind of hanging with him. When Vegeta lost control, he got a few hits on Beerus. Like, you telling me now an angry Vegeta can't beat... You telling me if Beerus slapped Bulma right now, Vegeta with Ultra Ego cannot beat Beerus? I don't know. It sounds like Cap to me, but whatever. But that's pretty much it for the moral arc. Back to the Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power, my biggest problem. The participants in Universe 7. Master Roshi, Tien. Not saying I don't like y'all. I love y'all. Y'all been here since the beginning. Well, since the beginning. Y'all don't need to be in the tournament. It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. I'm gonna tell you, and one thing that makes me so mad about Super is they keep sidelining Majin Buu, and I don't understand it. I get with the Tournament of Power when he went into like his hibernation, they use that to connect it to the moral arc a little bit. It don't make no never mind to me though, because one, I don't even care for the moral arc like that, and two, I want to see Majin Buu fight. I want to see him fight. I don't understand it. They did it in the well, it was the tournament between Universe 6. They did that, and then they did it again in the Tournament of Power. Why? Stop doing that. I like Majin Buu. He's a cool character. He's a weird character. I want to see him fight other people. Stop doing that. But yeah, Majin Buu and Frieza should have taken both Tien and Master Roshi's spots. Master Roshi is too old. How is it that there's characters in the Tournament of Power that can fight Goku and Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue that Master Roshi can hang with? It's just like, how are you here? Like when Vegeta told him, "Hey, buddy, you just need to step off the side before you get yourself killed," I was like, "Yeah, he do." Like, why are you here? Not saying I don't like Roshi, I do, but him and Tien being in the tournament doesn't make any sense to me. Majin Buu should have been a member on the team, and if they didn't want to do Frieza, I know that would change up the whole entire story of the arc, but if they didn't want to do Majin Buu, they could have gotten somebody else. And I'm going to talk about that later. The Tournament of Power, I think, for the most part, is decent. The only problem with it is it has too many characters, and it just, like, it kind of drags a little, especially in the anime. Now, in the manga, I'm not really sure because I haven't read the manga. The only stuff I've read in the manga is the stuff after the Tournament of Power. So I really don't know how the pacing is in the manga, but in the anime it kind of really drags out because you have so many universes and so many characters, and some of the characters were kind of interesting that they introduced, but you can't really get to know them or get a feel for who they are as characters because we're all just fighting and we gotta get each other out of here. We have so many characters, it's like, dang, like some of these characters it'd be cool to see more of, but like we just don't have the time for it. But I think the Goku, Android 17, and Frieza fight against Jiren at the end, I thought that was excellent. honestly, I don't think the Tournament of Power could have ended any better than the way it did. I like the fact that Goku was not the one to officially defeat Jiren by himself. I like that. Um, I even like Goku getting Ultra Instinct the way he does. I know a lot of people complain about that, but I like it because it was something that was foreshadowed in Resurrection of F, I believe, about I think Whis was like had foreshadowed Ultra Instinct, and it gets paid off in the Tournament of Power, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't know. I just don't. It's just a lot of characters and a lot going on, and again, the participants. I don't like the fact that you know Tien or Master Roshi was in the tournament. I'm fine with Krillin being in the tournament because Krillin is said to be the strongest human, and Tien, I would say Tien is human, so that means he would be stronger. I mean, he would be weaker than Krillin. So why are you on the team then? The two weakest people should be booted out. Bring back Frieza the way we did, because that was awesome. Oh man, when Frieza came back and he punched Goku in the stomach, he was like, "Oh, my arm slipped." And then Goku punched him back. He was like, "Oh, that's funny, mine too." That interaction was fire. That interaction was fire. I love that. And then having Majin Buu be in the tournament just because I wanted to see him fight. You already took him out of the Universe 6 tournament, which I don't understand that. So it's just like, okay, whatever. So no Majin Buu. And it's not like we got anything in the moral arc much either. So it's just like, all right. Well, what is Majin Buu's purpose at this point now? Like, all right, whatever. Now, to the part of Dragon Ball Super that I genuinely hate, the Goku Black art. And it's all because of Future Trunks. I like Future Trunks as much as the next guy, but he is a little overrated as a character. He don't really get no wins. Like, outside of killing King Cold and Frieza, has he beaten anybody? Yeah, that's what I thought. But no, that aside though, I like Future Trunks' character, and I like his story arc in Dragon Ball Z. And I personally think that it ended perfectly. He went back in time to help prevent another timeline from going through the same tragic, story that he went through. He saved a lot of lives because of it. And not only that, he got to spend time with his father, who he didn't have in his life. He got to see another version of Gohan that he never got to saw. He got to meet Goku. Like, he got to meet the Z Fighters, spend time with them, grow stronger as a person and grow as a character. And then he goes back to his timeline, destroys his versions of the androids and Cell. And then he rebuilds what he has with the rest of the survivors on Earth, along with his mother. Perfect ending for his character. But they decided to bring him back in Dragon Ball Super. They said, "Oh, y'all like Future Trunks." Bet. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna kill the only family he has, his mom. Oh, okay, cool. You kill his mom. Why? That was not necessary. That's one thing I hate about that arc. There was no reason for them to kill Bulma. Like, I get to show that there's this threat, and then it's a mystery because it's like, oh crap, the person who killed Bulma is Goku, but it's not really Goku. Like, I get the twist there, but he's just doing his character so dirty. Now he's in a world where he doesn't have any family. His dad was already dead. All the Z-Fighters already dead. Gohan, his father figure / sensei, been dead, was killed by the androids. He don't have no Piccolo. They don't have any Dragon Balls. They killed Bulma. Now he's by himself. They gave him Mai, and that relationship is weird. Toriyama or Toriyama, whoever's idea that was. That relationship is weird. It's weird in the regular timeline, and it's even weirder in the Future Trunks' timeline. That relationship doesn't make any sense. She is so much older than him. Why are they a romantic couple? Why are they a couple? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. Killed his mom, so now he, like, after that, what is there for me to fight for? I mean, that's how I would feel. But Trunks isn't me. He better than me. Went back to the past to try to get some help. Trains a little bit, and then we just get stupid after stupid after stupid stuff. Oh, we go to the future. Kakarot, did you bring any sensu beans? Nah, I forgot them. What do you mean you forgot them? Bro, you've been fighting since you were like 12. Like, you know how important sensu beans are for y'all's recovery during these huge battles. These life-threatening battles. These universal threatening battles. What do you mean you just forgot some sensu beans? He did the same thing in the Super Broly movie, but I'm gonna let that slide because that movie was dope. And then again with the Mafuba. What is it called? What is the English term? The spirit wave? Evil containment wave or something like that. And then, well, he forgets like the top or something to the container. And it's just like, bro, like what's going on? Like Goku is just more stupid in Super. Like Goku's always been like ignorant, but being ignorant and being stupid are not the same thing. And the people who write Dragon Ball Super don't seem to understand that. And then there's like the worst thing ever when Trunks kisses Mai and Goku's like, what are they doing with their lips? Huh? If you want to write that, it's supposed to be a joke, right? If you want to write that joke, that's cool. But make sure it's with a character that isn't married with 2 children already. You telling me Goku has never kissed Chi-Chi? You telling me in his 20-something years of being married, 2 children, Chi-Chi has never been up on Goku and just kissed him on the lips? That's Chi-Chi. She loves her husband. She loves her husband more than anything. Well, maybe not her kids, but you know what I'm saying. And you telling me that Chi-Chi is not going to make sure she get them Goku lips? Stop playing on me, bro. Stop playing on me, bro. Goku knows what kissing is. He's a married man of over 20 years with 2 children. If you want to make that joke with maybe some of the kids that were down there, that with the survivors, if the kids that was down there, or shoot, or maybe if some reason Future Trunks was there and he was like, oh, what are they doing with their lips? Even again, that don't even make sense. Kid Trunks would know what kissing is. It's like, Goku's not that stupid. He's not, what? You can't make that, I'm sorry, you can't make that joke with a character that's married with 2 children. It just doesn't make any sense. Goku Black, Zamasu, let's get to the whole plot. I can't explain it. And the people who wrote this crap, they can't explain it either because it don't make no sense. The time travel, going to alternate timelines, switching bodies thing, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense at all. I had a friend try to tell me that, oh yeah, the Goku Black art does make sense. I said, explain it to me. But he just looked at me. He could not explain it. I was like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I freaking thought. It don't make no sense. It makes 0 sense. You can't make sense of, like, I don't understand Zamasu's hatred towards mortals. I don't understand why when he saw that one dinosaur kick the other dinosaur, he's like, oh, this is it. Mortals are just completely evil. Time to just knock them all off the map. Huh? I don't get it. And it's a bad look for Beerus too, because Beerus, when he Hakai'd Zamatsu, am I saying his name right? Zamasu? Something like that. And he's like, oh yeah, I fixed everything. And then we go back and nothing is fixed. It's like, aren't you supposed to be a god? Are you just stupid? Are you just smart at fighting? Is that all you're really good at? Destroying things and fighting? You claim that you fixed the problem, but you didn't fix the problem. And now you're having these mortals fix this problem, and they can't even fix it. The power scaling don't make no sense. How is Future Trunks creating a spirit bomb? It don't make no sense. Who taught him that? He literally never taught it. First he gets like a spirit sword or something. Or is a spirit bomb that comes like a spirit sword. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. Another thing that doesn't make any sense. How is it that Goku and Super Saiyan Blue hanging with a fused Zamatsu when Vegito can hang with him? It's just like, bro, you was just fused with Vegeta and y'all was struggling. You're now fighting him by yourself and you're hanging with him? Get out of here, bro. And then the icing on the cake that makes the arc the best arc in all of shonen history. What's his name? Zeno. Good old Zeno. Goku summons him with the little button, the little clicker, right? Zeno's like, man, this universe is cooked. So me with my omnipotent power, I'm gonna just destroy this, the whole thing. It can't be saved. And so Trunks' whole timeline just gets erased. Okay, you already killed his mom. We already seen all the stuff he went through in Dragon Ball Z. Then you kill his mom. Then you go off and you destroy his entire timeline. All those people there that lived in that timeline just gone now. What was it all for? What was it all for? They did all this fighting. Trunks went through all this turmoil. He lost so many people just for it to be like, yeah, it can't be saved. So I'm gonna just wipe it out. Just gonna wipe it out. That don't make no sense to me. It's like, I understand that not everybody can have a happy ending, but out of all the characters in Dragon Ball, he deserves a happy ending. And so everything he fought for is just gone now. Everything we just watched these characters go through doesn't matter, because in the end, it just got wiped out anyway. Then what the heck was the purpose of this arc? If you were just going to reintroduce this character and then introduce some new characters just for it to end to where like none of it matters, then what was the point of y'all making the arc? I guess what, to entertain people? Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess I was entertained a little bit to some of the parts of the arc that I could tolerate, but it's just like I hate the fact that they just erased everything that Trunks worked so hard to keep and to protect, and now it doesn't matter. None of it matters. He doesn't even have a home to return to at the end of the arc, and I just feel bad. It's like you already lost. You never had your father in your life, and then you had a father figure / sensei who taught you how to fight and stuff. He gets killed. You go back in time to help prevent the people in the past in a separate timeline. You warn them about the androids so they don't suffer the same fate that your timeline does. You help them fight against these androids. Shoot, he literally got shot in the chest by Cell and almost died. He almost died in that saga. Went back to his timeline, defeated his androids, brought peace to his world. Finally, an ending he deserved. Just for y'all to reintroduce him, kill off the only family he has left, and then destroy everything he worked so hard to protect, just so he could find another timeline or something to live in. Y'all did Future Trunks dirty, and that's the main reason why I do not like that arc. It doesn't make any sense. His arc ended in Dragon Ball Z, and it was perfect. It was perfect the way his arc ended, and it should have stayed that way. Universe 6. I'm not gonna talk too much about this. It's alright. No, it's not alright. This Universe 6 Saiyans, I hate them. I hate them with a passion. I don't necessarily hate them. I hate how they get their power. This goes along with my Future Trunks talk. Goku been training in martial arts since he was a kid, right? His grandpa taught him a little bit of stuff. Then he trained with Master Roshi for a couple of years. Then he trains with Kami, right? Been in the lab since he was a jit, right? Tell me, why is it that he had to do all this training, fight his own brother, who he didn't even know he had, fight his own brother, and then die in the process, go to the afterlife, gets in the lab in the afterlife, learns the spirit bomb and the Kaioken, comes back alive, has to fight Nappa, fights Vegeta, starts getting the upper hand on Vegeta, and then Vegeta starts getting the upper hand on him to the point where he almost dies, where his friends had to come in and save him, right? And then he had to recover from that fight where he almost died fighting Vegeta, right? Then once he recovers, he has to go to Namek. While he's on his way to Namek, he's in the lab again, training to get stronger. Goes to Namek, fights some of the Ginyu Force members, fights some of Frieza's men, and then he fights Frieza. Right? Goku's going through so much at this point in his life. Goes to Namek, fights Frieza, thinks he's defeated Frieza. Frieza comes back, boom, shoots down Uncle Piccolo. Goku's like, dang, not Piccolo. Frieza picks up Krillin, puts him in the air, and blows him up. Now, at this point, you got to remember, there was still the rule that if you died and was resurrected by the Dragon Balls, you could not be revived again. And I'm mainly talking about the Earth Dragon Balls, right? So at that point, Goku thought that Krillin was dead for like good, that he would never be able to come back, because at that point, the older Namekian on Namek, he had passed too, so their Dragon Balls were gone too. He thought he had lost his best friend for real, like for like permanently this time. Goku seen Krillin die before during the Demon King Piccolo arc, right? And then when Frieza kills Krillin, it's like, oh, that's it. Like, my friend cannot come back after this. He goes through all of that, and he finally transforms into a Super Saiyan. Vegeta grew up on Vegeta, was one of the had potential to be a very great fighter. It was a great fighter, became a great fighter, became a great warrior. Came to Earth, fought Goku and his friends. By the way, Goku has never beaten Vegeta in a one-on-one fight, at least not on screen, right? At least at that point. Goku was fighting him, and then Yajirobe, Krillin, and Gohan jumped in. They jumped Vegeta at the end there, because Vegeta was gonna win. Vegeta was gonna kill Goku. He was gonna win that fight, but they end up defeating Vegeta to the point where, shoot, he almost dies too. He goes back in space, tries to heal up. He's like, all right, the Namekians got these Dragon Balls. I'm gonna try to get them for myself. He starts knocking off Frieza's men left and right. He's taking L's too, right? He's taking L's too. Freaking fights some of the Ginyu Force members, almost dies there too, right? Fights Frieza. Frieza beats the mess out of that boy, the living mess out of him, and then kills him. He comes back, he comes back to Earth. He gets revived. He goes to Earth. Then he leaves and he goes out. He trains in space. He's going through it. He's about to die on this rock, this asteroid or planet, whatever he was on, right? Trying to destroy all the meteors that was coming down, about to destroy his ship. He went through all of that, and then he became a Super Saiyan. Let's talk about Future Trunks. I already went over this. Lost his dad, or lost all of the Z Fighters, never even got to meet any of them. Freaking lost Gohan, his sensei, who was training him. And that's how he became a Super Saiyan. You see the pattern? These characters that got to the level of Super Saiyan and beyond, they had to work for it. They had to suffer for it. And in the end, they were rewarded because they earned it. These little teenagers from Universe 6, Vegeta talking about some, yeah, you know that tingling feeling in your spine when you power up? Yeah, just tap into that. And then boom, you can become a Super Saiyan. And Kaba became a Super Saiyan. Are you serious? Nah, bro. Nah. That ain't it. That's not it. What did you do to achieve that power? Nothing. You're just like Granola. Almost just wishing for power. Like I can't respect it. And that's why I don't rock with those Universe 6 Saiyans. The only one I can really rock with is Kale, and that's because she's just a female version of Broly. That's it. So like she has this monstrous power just within her, just like Broly. So like her transforming is the only one that makes sense. All of these other two, Kefla and Kaba, nah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not rocking with it. I don't like the fact that during the Tournament of Power, they were kind of hanging with Goku. And no way, even if Goku's in his base, in their Super Saiyan forms, they still shouldn't be able to beat Goku. Like, are we serious right now? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. But the Universe 6 art, it introduced the Universe 6 characters, which is interesting. It introduced I think his name's Champa, Beerus' brother. It was pretty cool. Their little sibling rivalry that they have was pretty cool. I like the fact that at the end of the tournament, Beerus, wishes for Champa's Earth to be revived so that he can eat human food. I thought that was really cool. That was really nice moment between them. Even their little moment between in the Tournament of Power when Universe 11, I'm sorry, Universe 6 gets erased. They have that little moment in the stands, and Beer's just like, I don't even think he looks at his brother as he like disappears, which is crazy. But yeah, it was a nice little moment. But other than that, I ain't like anything about Universe 6. Frost, I feel like Frost was underutilized. He could have been so much better as a character. Not only in the Universe 6 arc, but also in the Tournament of Power. I hate the fact that he really was just Frieza again. It's like, I could have done something way more interesting. Like, I like the fact that they did this twist where, like, oh, he's actually like a good guy in this universe. That would have been a cool twist. But the fact that they changed it, like, nah, he's just evil. It's just like, all right, so is Frieza's race just destined to be evil in every universe? Okay, whatever. Resurrection of F. I like the movie. I didn't watch the anime adaptation. I didn't want to. I can't sit through that twice. The movie is pretty decent. Frieza comes back, talks a lot of trash as usual. Love that. Goku talking his trash as usual. Love that. Vegeta talking about some don't you ever think about resurrecting again. Oh, such a cool line. Freaking love Vegeta. It's something that's been said a bunch of times. Goku killing Frieza instead of Vegeta doing it. I didn't really like that, but it is what it is. I honestly think that I'll probably make a separate video, but I think that Vegeta should be the one to kill Frieza, but I think that should happen at the very end of Dragon Ball. And I'm gonna make a video about how I think Dragon Ball should end. But yeah, I didn't like that, but I know that's something just everybody and their mama has talked about when talking about Resurrection of F, is that Goku killing Frieza was not the right move. So yeah. Also, again, with Beerus and Whis being there, taking away the tension. I know that's been said a lot too, but I agree with that point. It's just like, why are y'all here? And also, that scene with them being like after Frieza blows up the Earth and Whis does the temporal do-over. It just it goes against the rules that they set up later in the manga with Mira's character. I didn't even talk about him during the moral arc, but like Mira's is an angel in training, and there's this rule that angels cannot get involved in mortal conflicts, or they'll either lose their power or they'll just stop existing, or they'll be wiped from existence. Right? Why is Whis still around? Why is Whis around? Frieza literally blew up the Earth and was like, "Oh shoot, y'all want me to do that temporal do-over thing? You want me to rewind for y'all? I can do that. I can do that." And then he does it, and there's no consequences to it when it's not talked about or nothing. Shoot, even when they bring up the fact that like if an angel gets involved in mortal conflicts, then they'll be wiped out of existence. It's not even brought up during that. So it's just like, bruh, like, really? Like, so it's just, I don't know. Resurrection of F is cool. Not my favorite, but it's cool. And then my favorite part of Dragon Ball Super outside of the Broly movie, definitely Battle of Gods. I like Battle of Gods. Again, I did not watch the anime version because why would I when I watch the movie? It's great. I don't think I have any problems with it, actually. It feels like Dragon Ball Z for the most part, just introducing two new characters with Beerus and Whis. I like Beerus as a character. I just want to see less of him now. Him and Whis. Because we're hanging around them so much, and it's just like, okay, what purpose do you serve now in the story? like I get that they're training Goku and Vegeta, but how much can you train them to where it's like, okay, like at this point they should be surpassing Beerus. You know what I mean? Like, how long do we have to be up here on Beerus's planet? How many times do we have to see them? How many times do we have to see Beerus yell at Goku and Vegeta for training too loud? Like, how long we got to see that? Because honestly, it's getting kind of old now. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, you're here, but I don't know why you're here. For example, the Broly movie, they left Beerus on the island, right, to watch Bulla. Cool, whatever. Uncle Beerus vibes. I'm cool with that. But Whis is there, and it's just like, why are you here? He can't get involved in mortal conflicts. So we know he's not going to fight Broly or stop Broly. So it's just like, okay. So what is your purpose, my dog? Like, why exactly are you here? You see what I'm saying? It's like, what purpose outside of training Goku and Vegeta do these two characters have now? I feel like they're kind of overstaying their welcome. And yeah, they have introduced us to new concepts in the story of Dragon Ball, especially towards the manga. But I don't know. It's just it's not doing anything for me anymore. When they were first introduced, it was really cool seeing them. Excuse me. But now it's just like, I don't understand why you exist. Like, what is your purpose, my dog? Like, what do you do around here? Put the fries in the back. I'm joking. But yeah, I think one of the critiques that I had about the Tournament of Power and with the Goku Black arc that I think can be fixed with the lineup of the Universe 7 participants and just the Goku Black arc as a whole. I mean, it's obvious that they wanted to bring Future Trunks back, which is no problem with that. But why not do it in a very cool way? Why not have him come back and participate in the Tournament of Power? Why didn't nobody think of that? No, seriously, like, think about it. Trunks, his timeline is just a different timeline. It's not a whole nother universe. So technically, Future Trunks is a part of Universe 7. He's in Universe 7. They could have gone to his timeline and recruited him for the Tournament of Power. If Majin Buu can participate, then bring in Future Trunks. Not only is he stronger than half the people, half is kind of crazy, but as now he's stronger than like a good chunk of the people on the team anyway that was on the original team, like Roshi. I can't even think now. He's stronger than Roshi, Krillin, Tien. He's stronger than those guys. And then Majin Buu going into hibernation again, stupid. But if you're gonna do that, then why not go get Future Trunks in? Not only is that a way to bring back his character, but you bring it back in such a cool way that it makes the Tournament of Power more interesting. You know how cool it would have been to have a scene where Goku is like fighting alongside Gohan and then having Vegeta fight alongside Future Trunks? That would have been fire. That would have been so fire. And then seeing like having him like accept like having to come to accept the terms that Krillin ended up marrying Android 18, and then saying that Android 17 is also living a very peaceful life of his own. It would have brought so much more than what they did in the Goku Black arc. It would have made his return a lot more significant because our universe is on the line. We need help. You know what I'm saying? So like like that. Just think about that lineup: Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Gohan, Piccolo, 18, 17, Majin Buu, and who else was on the team? Shoot, I'm lost track now. I forgot who was on the team. Anyway, just substitute Master Roshi and Tien out and put in Majin Buu and Future Trunks. That team would have went so hard. They would have won the Tournament of Power in like 10, 15 minutes, honestly. But anyway, This video isn't very cohesive. It's really just me ranting about Dragon Ball Super and how I kind of hate it and don't hate it, because there's some parts that I like and there's a lot of parts I don't like. But yeah, that's the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, a comment. Tell me what your favorite part of Dragon Ball Super is. Tell me what you think they could have changed to make it a little bit better. I definitely want to make a video about how I think Dragon Ball should end, because I'm a strong believer that all good things must come to an end. And I personally think that Dragon Ball needs to come to an end very soon. But yeah, that's the video. Peace out.